Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we want to fill this experience verification form for the South Carolina Department of Education. So I encourage you to just pay close attention because I've been getting so many questions about this, especially from prospective applicants in Kenya. So your first name, let's say my first name is John, then your last name is John, and my first name is Doe. Then MI means middle initial. Middle initial might be X or C, whatever your middle initial is. Then if you have a former name, my former name was Window Flow. That's my former name. If you have one, you can put it there. Your last 4 digits of the social security number. Now for the Kenyan people, this is not applicable to you, so you don't have to do any of this. Don't fill this part. Your South Carolina certificate ID, if available. Now, if you've already submitted documents to South Carolina Department of Education, you will be having an ID number. So that's what you put in there. But if you don't have, you can leave that blank. Then your address would be your address where you are. So I am in maybe 112 Pinewood Drive, and wherever it is. If it's maybe, for me, I'm in South Carolina, so I can put in South Carolina. And if you're in Kisumu, you can say Kisumu, Kenya, like that. Then your phone number, put your phone number. If you're in Kenya, put your +254, and then you put your 0720 +254 0720 000 111. And that is one part, which is the first part. I get a lot of, especially people asking for this MI. What is MI? MI is middle initial. Then the following must be completed by the employer's human resources or payroll personnel. The person who pays your salary is the one who completes this part. So sometimes they don't want to complete. They will ask you, hey, what's going on? And how can I fill this? So name of the employing entity. If you're employed by the Teacher Service Commission, then that is where you put it. Teachers Service Commission. Then type of entity. Is it a public school? Is it a private school? Is it institution of higher education? Is it Education Regulation Authority, in this industry, or whatever? I think TSC falls under Education Regulation Entity. Or if you're a public school, if you're in a private school and is the one filling this, that's okay. If it's a service provider, I just look through the employing entity, put as the name of that employing entity. Then school accreditation, if available. So most of the Kenyan schools are state agency accredited, most of them. Then please provide a detailed record including time worked each school year and instructions available on page 2. Beginning date. So you start from, of course, you start from the latest. So maybe I started working in month January 1st, 2022, and to date, I'm still working there. Days worked per school year. Now, for the days worked per school year, if it's the Kenyan way, then you have to count January through December, how many days are worked. Typically in the American system, there are about 190 days that you work. So go through your calendar and count how many days that you work, okay? Hours worked per day, typically about 7.5 or 8 hours. Certification required. Are you required to get certification? Please type yes, because if it's no, then you don't need a job. Semesters, hour taught, in addition to days worked, and I think that should just be if you're an administrator. This is if you're an administrator and you've worked, you've taught, and you've also been in the administration position, write that. Then the position title, I was a classroom teacher. And then ages taught, 8-year-old to 12-year-old. What grade was it? If you taught primary school, please say elementary. If you taught secondary primary, upper primary, please say middle school. And if you taught high school, please say high school. That's how that's what they understand. Okay, elementary, middle school, high school. And then you can put on the next one and the next one and the next one. You can put all of them down there. Okay. Make sure your personnel signs this, and then they write their name. If it is Otieno Oyo there. The title, HR manager. Then email address of Otieno Oyo owino@gmail.com. And then the address is box 1234 Kisumu. And if they have an email address, please put the email address of your school, www.myschoolemailaddress.com. And if they have a phone number, please put the phone number, start with +254 020 111 222, whatever it is. Okay. Then it says, please affix seal, stamp, or business card if available. This is very important. This is what will authenticate your document. So make sure you put a seal or a stamp or a business card if available. Now all of this should be valid, because if you put something that cannot be contacted, then they will not be looking at that. And here they give you all the definitions of what you need, the entity type and the definition. A public school or a district is a public funded school or school district operated at the approval of a regulating state or federal government agency or organization. All Kenyan public schools fit this description. A private school is a privately funded school serving any age range of students. The employer must provide a curriculum to the students. That's okay. And all that. Then, a school year is from fall semester to summer semester. For our case, in Kenyan, it is from January to December. So just count through January to December. School years in which the education completed the same number of days and hours worked in a given position may be combined into a single line entry. Then separate line entries should be given for partial school years worked or changes of employment. So if you change employment, fill another one. Okay. If you've been in one place, maybe you've been getting promotions, just increase the number of years. Okay. Then if reporting experience credit completed through that, list the days worked as administrative and support personnel separately. And that is it. That is how you fill this form. Please let me know if you have any questions. Put them on the comments and I'll be able to answer you. Have a great day.